So Hanif Khan, just his first ball, another delivery here from Gibraltar, just again eased out to point. So of course Khan, his partner Muhammad Ghufran Mir, who's been joined by Mohammad Safi, currently on strike. Gibraltar, he started well here, and again another good ball, hit straight back to him. He just slight misfield from Gibraltar, but hit pretty cleanly, and mid-off cleans up the work. So another single to Pakistan. Just the 10-over format, this Embassy Cup. 2 divisions. This is Division 1, as I mentioned before. Japan, the defending champions, beating India in the final in the 2024 edition. Short from Gibraltar, and Mir just lays it onto the leg side, but good fielding from Gibraltar. Scurrying to the ball, just not allowing the single. Yeah, as I mentioned, just the 10-over format, this Embassy Cup, certainly makes for exciting cricket. Pretty good crowd in already this morning here at Sano. And the last ball from Gibraltar, and Mir takes a big swing at it and goes straight through the keeper for no run, and that's a really good over from Gibraltar. He's made a good start for his team Japan here. Just 3 runs on the board, 1 wicket down. Given the format, we have 5 overs with the bowlers bowling from the same end. We call this the mountain end here. Mount Karasawa in the background. You might see that in your shot. And the second final overs, 5 overs, bowled from the school end. Sakurano Thomas taking the ball for over number 2. And Mohammad Safi on strike. And straight through the keeper. It's been called wide. Mir just coming down to the wicket. Have a word with his teammate. Slightly greasy conditions for the fielders in the field. Sakurano again, this time better on line, playing a miss. Past scores, well, we've seen a range in previous games, previous Embassy games, really anything from 80 up to around 120. Getting 3 figures on the board certainly puts the pressure on the team chasing the score. Sakurano in for his second legitimate ball, and again a play and a miss. Getting plenty of bounce out of the wicket, both Sakurano Thomas and Gibraltar. Each bowler has the allotted 2 overs in this 10-over format. Again, short, and just looking to the square leg umpire to see if that was ruled wide, and not given, but it's 1 for the over. 1 for the over meaning it passed above shoulder height but under head height, so not given a wide, but only 1 allowed per over. Square leg dropping back to deep square, and finally coming into the circle. The power play overs are the first 3. Ball number 4 for Sakurano Thomas, and swatted back mid-off, coming around to clean it up. It'll be just a single, and Pakistan already in much need of a boundary. Earlier this morning in the first round, we saw Bangladesh with a win over the Anzacs, the Australian-New Zealand embassy, and we saw Nepal 11 get up in an exciting match over the British embassy. Sakurano Thomas again playing a miss here from Mir. Mir plays his cricket for Chiba Sharks. Very clean striker of the ball. 2 for 2 for Mir. 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 2 for 2 for There is plenty of space out over mid-off, cow corner as we term it. Perhaps he'll be looking to hit in that direction. He does so, but unable to make contact with the ball, and another dot. And already Pakistan under somewhat of pressure, just 5 runs on the board, 2 overs gone. Plenty of festivities here at the Sano International Cricket Ground. If you are in the area, do get down here. Just before this game started, we had a bit of a dancing performance, much enjoyed by the crowd gathered. And Kubota to continue his second and final over, and not a bad shot, but collects the stumps at the other end. So again, another dot ball. And just in the first, we've had 8 dots in the first 2.1 overs. So even though it's given a very short format of 10 overs, it is important to pick up singles where you can. Pakistan under pressure here. Goes for a lovely shot. Oh, he's picked this up beautifully. Huge 6. And there's no cover out on the onside boundary for Gibraltar. So didn't matter if there was anyway. It was a clean strike, and that'll feel good for the Pakistani supporters. Mohammad Safi just picked it up beautifully. This time he just turns it onto the leg side. Doesn't really get much of it, and probably will be called byes. Just watching the umpire here. No, it has been ruled off the bat, perhaps bat and pad. Brings Mir back onto strike. Kohei Kubota plays his cricket for the Wyverns here in Japan. Japan, very much a strong team. They've got players that have played in the past for their relative embassies or their nationalities. We've had players in the past playing for Pakistan, India embassy, but a bit different this year. Sabari Chandran, of course. All put down, and a straightforward catch really, and a bit of disappointment there. Played straight to the player who to probably make 2-3 metres in from the boundary. Regulation catch really, and not something we expect to see from Japan. They do pride themselves on their fielding. And just can understand pulling out of his run up there. The turf, they are playing on the turf wicket today. But the run up certainly will be a little bit greasy, a little bit wet underfoot. The weather forecast not looking great for tomorrow. Comes off perhaps a shorter and easier run up to Gibraltar. And this is just played down to third man for another run. End of over number 3, and a lot better one for the Pakistan 11, the Embassy 11. 15 now on the board for them. Helped very much from Mohammad Safi's huge 6. Looks to be Benjamin Ito Davis who will be taking the ball. Of course, a lot of these players for Japan have just returned from their, well, I have to say their successful trip to Oman. Went there playing teams a lot higher ranked than themselves in the EAP Asia T20 World Cup qualifier. Had a brilliant result over the nation of Kuwait to allow them to go through to the second round. Over the 7 games, they were highly competitive in 5 of them. with Japan. Ito Davis's first ball, and it's just, well, played back to the bowler for no run. Good contest here. Teammate on teammate. Chiba Sharks. Benjamin Ito Davis, a Chiba Shark, alongside Mir. So it'll be a good battle here, and he just, well, flicks it onto the leg side. Looking for two. He's keen for it, but Safi turns him down. And there is no overthrow, even though the ball was wide of the bowler. Lots of action already in this game, as we'd expect in a 10-over match. Ito Davis to Safi, and Safi, well, he should find the boundary here. Just 4 runs, inches away from the maximum, but certainly found a good space of field where there were no fielders at all. We do have a deep square leg, but he'd played this well fine enough, and over fine legs headers inside the circle. Of course, the end of the power play, this being the 4th over. Benjamin Ito Davis has protection on the boundary. I just watch this call this ball first, and smacked. And it's not going to carry at all. Doesn't even make it outside the 30-yard circle. Another wicket, looking to hit over the cover region, which is the shorter area of the boundary here, but does not get all of it at all. And another simple catch. And that brings the end to Mohammad Safi's innings. After his previous shot going for 4, this time he's caught by Sakurano Thomas. He has to depart 14 runs off his 12 balls. One lovely 6 over deep square leg. So Pakistan, 20 for 2, this being 2 balls remaining in the 4th over. Bolter's figures, so for 1 for 13 off his 2 overs. Currently, Benjamin Ito Davis 1 for 5, 2 balls remaining, and that'll be deemed a wide down leg side. Yeah, Ito Davis has protection. He has deep square leg in front and behind, and also long off, and a sweeper. This comes off the under edge of the bat. And it is, just have to check that it is, should I pat more with the gloves on and not Wataru Miyauchi? Final delivery for Ito Davis, and a play and a miss. So, pretty good over from Benjamin Ito Davis. Just the the 6 runs coming from it, the boundary 4. So Pakistan, after 4 overs, 21 for 2. They will know a score of around 50 or 60 will not nearly be enough against this pretty strong Japan unit. As I say, the strongest Japan Embassy 11 I've seen over the past 3 years. Japan cricket continues to progress, getting stronger and stronger, and I think perfect proof of that was their performances in Oman just some 7-8 days before today. Looks like to be their seam bowler who's come in, flicked onto the onside, and lovely return. Great running though, brilliant running from Pakistan. Mir doing well to get back for his second there. Called early to his partner, and his partner just actually applauding him for the call. It's a good return throw from, I'm going to say it's Miyauchi out there in the backwards square boundary. Usually, of course, with the gloves on as Miyauchi, but strong arm. Comes from the background of baseball, which probably developed that arm. But the accuracy was pinpoint on that return. Abhishek Anand again into his second delivery. We didn't see Abhishek Anchan bowl in Oman, but he does roll the arm over domestically. His job in Oman was with the bat, and he had 2 or 3 great innings there. Comes down the wicket and smacks it over the cover fielder for the maximum 6. It is perhaps the shortest part of the boundary, the cover region, but that carried, it's where the fields overlap, field 1 and field 2 here at Sano. But struck it cleanly and got the maximum for it. Wonderful shot. Samar Malik again plays this again into the same area along the ground, and a good return in. So getting their innings going here are these two. Score now up to 30. Murr cuts well for 4 runs, couple of bounces before it crosses the boundary rope, and ball played directly into the number 2 stand, I guess you'd call it here at Sano, where his Pakistani embassy teammates sit and applaud. It was aerial, but Point had no chance of getting a mitt on that. Good shot. This time, a slower ball. Scoops it and is caught from the deep backward square fielder who runs, and it looks to be Kazumasa Hiratsuka. I'll just confirm that, but took it cleanly, probably had to make 10 metres in, but lost his footing when he took the catch, but just making sure perhaps that he wasn't going to boggle it, and well, the 3rd wicket falls here. Gurufan Mir has to return to his teammates after a pretty good innings. Eleven runs from his 13 balls. I will just check that stat, but and we see another change in bowling and change in end as well. As mentioned, the second part of the innings, overs 6 through 10, will be bowled from the school end. And it will be the leg spinner, Makoto Taniyama. Who can forget Taniyama's wicket against Samoa, taking Ross Taylor, the ex-Kiwi international. Something Taniyama, I'm sure, will no doubt forget for the rest of his life. Just played out to Point, fall short of Point, unable to take it cleanly, so they scamper through for an easy single. But the new batsman for Pakistan, and currently on strike, he just scoops this one out. It's played just out to the cover region. Sakurano Thomas in the field there. Teammate alongside Taniyama, both playing for the local club, Sano Cricket Club here. Taniyama in for his 3rd ball. This one a bit short, but unable to capitalise. And Malik probably a little disappointed that he didn't get bat on ball in that instance. Bit flatter through the air, that one from Taniyama. I'm just wondering if he's brave enough to give it a bit of height. No, again, bowling a lot quicker than he usually does. A lot flatter. 2 balls remaining in Taniyama's initial over. Again, just bowling flat deliveries here. Ito Davis down at long off. Taniyama's protection, he's got long off. He's got a sweeper long on and cow corner and deep square leg. And deep square leg, no, sorry, it's played out to long off, long on. And pretty good over from Taniyama. Pakistan really needing to find that boundary rope to get the score up somewhere around 80, something that they can defend. Six overs done, 41 for 3 on the board. And it looks to be the younger version of Makoto Taniyama, his junior, Morita. Mozzie, I believe, is his nickname. And, well, he hasn't found all of this. And a chance, no. It does carry 6 runs straight over the bowler's head. For a moment there, I thought Benjamin Ito Davis was a chance, but no, the ball just kept sailing and into the netting here, which has been put up to protect the spectators here. Wider ball, this one. A lot flatter and quicker. Morita. Again, bowling it a lot quicker. Perhaps just taking a page out of Taniyama's book. Malik on strike. And again, he was looking to play over the cover, Sakurano cover, just trying to find the gap between Miyauchi and Ito Davis, stationed down on the offside boundary. 2 deep on the offside and 3 on the onside. And it looks to be, I was just wondering who is captain. It looks to be Sakurano Thomas. This time, a bit more air given to the ball. And a low full toss played out to cow corner for a single. Morita, this one's a half tracker and unfortunately unable to capitalise. Was the batsman, just played it straight back. He actually took out Morita's foot. You can see it with a bit of a limp on at the moment. Smashed into his right ankle or foot. And this one bounces over his head. Ito Davis in quickly to restrict a second run being taken. So just the 1 run there to finish the over. 3 dots for Morita, but the first ball, Malik finding 6 runs from it. So 9 runs coming from the over. Pakistan's total now just 1 short of 50, 49 for 3. 3 overs remaining. They really need a big finish, try and push that score if they can up to somewhere in the 70s, high 70s. They'd love 80 on the board. 80 is defendable. Taniyama again, number 23 on his back. Tribute to Shane Warne. For those that don't know, Makoto Taniyama taught himself the art of leg spin bowling, watching Shane Warne videos. Beautifully picked up. This is huge. Biggest 6 of the day. Clears the stands here at Sano, and wonderful shot. Just eased it. We'll see it on your replay. Didn't look to overhit it. Head down. Lovely follow through. And, well, the biggest 6 I've seen so far of the day. We're only 7 overs into it, though. Didn't capture all of the morning matches. I will update you on those at the turn of the innings. But if they want to reach 80 runs, well, Zaid Butt has made a good start. Maximum 6, 4 balls remaining. Bit of pressure back on Japan here and on Taniyama. He does have protection where the previous ball went. He's got a long on. This is just played out to cover. Sakurano scoops the ball up. Just the 1 run taken. So it'll bring Samar Malik on strike. Malik 17 off his 12 balls, so good little partnership between these two. Zaid Butt 10 off 7. Oh, this is skied. And long on coming in. It looks to be Sabarish Ravichandran, and, well, he doesn't drop them. Simple catch. And the 4th wicket falls. Just after mentioning a little partnership building between these two. It is the commentator's curse, I guess. Ravichandran coming in 5-10 metres from the boundary and taking a simple catch for him. He is probably playing with an injury. You probably do. You may have seen taping on his hand. Of course, in Oman, he split the webbing between his thumb and forefinger. Ravichandran, brilliant cricketer. Certainly, I think it was the game against Kuwait. They just couldn't read his wrong. Brilliant with the ball and the bat is Ravichandran. Very talented all-rounder. This one, quicker through for the air from Taniyama, beats the bat. I will update you on who the new batsman is. It looks to be Rana Rashid, who's facing Taniyama. Final delivery, and again, he's not giving the ball any air as Taniyama. He's bowling a lot flatter, pushing it through, and, well, his 2 overs are up, 1 for 12. You'd be pretty thrilled with those figures in this 10-over format. Ball being given back to Benjamin Ito Davis. Perhaps Sakurano Thomas looking to bowl the final over, the death over for his team. Notice we haven't seen Sabarish Ravichandran. Would most definitely be a part of the captain's plans of bowling your top 5 bowlers, but perhaps with his injury, the webbing, he's been played as a batsman only for this weekend of cricket. Ito Davis, orthodox right arm off spin. And it's been played sky. Ito Davis has called for it from himself. Not easy, it's over his head and he's put it down. And, well, there were a couple of options. We did have Sakurano Thomas covered coming around and also long on and long off perhaps. But Ito Davis called early that it was his ball, but in a position where the ball's coming over your shoulder, never easy. And unfortunately unable to take the catch of his own bowling. But he does bowl a dot ball here. Batsman just leaving it alone. Interesting. But Rashid expecting perhaps a wide from the delivery, not given. Ito Davis. This time a wide is given, an extra. Most definitely Ito Davis looking to bowl on the offside, not wanting to give Rashid anything straight or on leg side so he can gain. So Rashid aware of this tactic from Ito Davis, perhaps looking to find some space on the offside, either side of the cover fielder, inside the circle, Sakurano Thomas. This time, almost Yorker length, hard to dig that out. And this is turning into a good over from Ito Davis, another good one. After initially putting down his chance from his own bowling, He's come back with 3 dots. And, well, a bit unlucky here. Batsman looking to play through the cover region, finds a thickish edge and it runs away for 4 runs. Much needed boundary for the Pakistan Embassy 11. We've got the JCL replay. You can see how wide Ito Davis is. Batsman moving across to the offside to open up the onside opportunities. Definitely a tactic here. This time he's gone up for the appeal and given. Batsman Rashid looking to do the same thing, moving across the offside, looking to open up the onside. Ito Davis just fired one in straight for the stumps. Rashid misses the ball and, well, pretty simple decision for the umpire. I'll just check who our 2 umpires are out there in the middle. Always do a wonderful job, so need to be mentioned. We have Chris Bain and Karan Kumar. I think it's Kumar standing at this end. Apologies if I'm probably about 130 metres from the middle of the wicket here in the commentary box on floor 3 of what used to be Tanama High School. With a drop in population in this city, the school was closed and has given the opportunity, wonderful opportunity, to become the home of Japan cricket. International cricket has been played here for, it's a question I've got for Alan Kerr, probably since 2018, 2019, I could be wrong there. They have the 2 grass wickets. Sakarano Thomas, as thought, coming back for the final over. 62 for 5. What can Pakistan do? Can they get it up to the high 70s? Final over. A play and a miss. And with the keeper standing well back, an opportunity to pick up, steal a single, a run through for a bye. Zaid Butt on strike, and it's Mian Sadiq, new to the wicket. We'll certainly see him in action bowling later on. Sadiq has made his way to the beyond strike to face his ball. Zaid Butt now, he's 12 off his 10 deliveries. Mian Manib Sadiq certainly can hit a ball. He's often makes runs for his Chiba Sharks team, coming in lower order. Looks to scoop. Unfortunately, doesn't get all of it. Takes the edge of the bat, so just spills out to square leg. He does get through for a single. This is a game of mere millimetres. He wasn't far from middling that scoop, which would have run away easily for 4, but just found a thickish edge of his bat. Sakarano Thomas just gently running in off a short run up and wide run, wide given, and he feels a bit aggrieved, Sakarano Thomas. Same perhaps tactics as we saw with Ito Davis, just trying to push the ball wide of the batsman. It is a bigger boundary on the offside compared to the onside. This is, it's a run out. Sadiq, fair enough, backing up. And, well, if the ball played straight back to the bowler, it was just a simple turn and throw down of the stumps for Sakarano. You see here on the replay, just a underarm, which takes out a leg stump, I guess you'd call it. And another wicket falls. So I'm just got to confirm that. Yeah, it was. Yep. The new batsman to the wicket. I will update you. Again, you can see the non-striker just backing up, trying to pick up every possible run they can. at the moment, to be able to defend 65 is not enough. Can they find the boundary in these last couple of the balls? Pakistan played out to cover, who just holds on to it. It's Taniyama. Doesn't want to afford any overthrows here. And that was the final ball of the innings. So the Pakistan Embassy 11 finish their innings. 66 runs for 6. I'll run through the scorecard for you. Starting at the top, Mohammad Gurfan Mir, he made 11 runs. Khan out for no score. Muhammad Safi, 14 off 12. Samar Malik, 17 off 13 deliveries. Zaid Butt, 13 at run a ball. And to finish, Rana Rashid, 4. Mia Manib Sadiq, run out for 1. And not out, Subir Khan. So 66 runs for 6. It's a quick turnaround. I believe it's probably a 5-minute turnaround. Just running through the bowlers for the Japan Embassy 11. Kohei Kubota, 2 overs, 1 for 13. Sakurano Thomas, 2 overs, no wicket for 6. Benjamin Ito, perhaps the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 12 off his 2. Abhishek Anand, 1 over, 1 for 14. Makoto Taniyama, 2 overs, 1 for 12. And Masato Morita, 1 over, no wicket for 9. So, yeah, if I had my co-commentator Todd Luckhurst with me, I'd probably ask him the question, who's going to be the happier captain walking off? I think you'd have to give it to Japan. I think mentioning earlier on past scores, well, 80 runs, I think, is probably around par. We have seen scores a lot higher than that. In fact, I will run through this morning's games just to give you an idea. And perhaps we can look across to also the game on ground 2, which sees the very strong teams of India Embassy and taking on Sri Lanka. I will start with that game. On ground 2, India 11, 102 for 6, and the game is, their innings is yet to finish. They have another 10 balls remaining, so perhaps we'll come back to that a bit later. But the first round this morning, games getting underway here at 9:30, we saw Australia and New Zealand embassies, the Anzacs, better known as. They made 72 for 6, batting first. And that was chased down by the Bangladesh Embassy 11, who made 74 for 3 off 8.1 overs. So 2 points there for the Bangladesh Embassy 11. And on ground 1 in this morning's game, we saw batting first the British Embassy 11, making 80 for 7. And in reply, what was a very close game, the Nepal Embassy 11 knocked off the runs, 81 for 6, with 4 balls remaining. So perhaps that gives you an idea that 70 to 80 runs, hard to defend. Scores perhaps up around 90 or 100 plus. Certainly you're in the game. I'll take a break. We'll be back in around 4 minutes' time with the chase here. The Pakistan Embassy 11 looking to chase down, the Japan Embassy 11 will be coming out to bat, looking to mark off 67 runs for victory. We'll be back soon. So welcome back to the Sano International Cricket Ground. The second round of matches in the Embassy Cup. The first matches for both these teams in the top division. I believe Pakistan were promoted from Division 2, winning it last year. Japan, of course, defending champs. And Japan looking for 67 runs in their 10 overs. Perhaps Zubir Khan with the ball in hand. No, it's not, sorry. The first ball of the innings. Japan's chase. I'll just wait for my scorers, but just to confirm the bowling. And batsman, of course, looks to be Alex Patmore on strike, the left-hander. And Dost Muhammad with the ball in hand, bowling from the mountain end. Ball number 2, Patmore on strike. And huge appeal from teammates, but not from the bowler himself. So interesting, you don't often see that. But Muhammad offered no appeal compared to the surrounding teammates inside the circle. Alex Patmore scampers down. It was given leg by, so it wasn't off the bat. Patmore's partner is Kazumasa Hiratsuka on strike. And good quick delivery from Muhammad. Perhaps Hiratsuka just a little late getting onto that. Certainly if there's we've had some drizzle this morning. It's not raining currently, but a bit of drizzle on that turf pitch would if anything, quicken it up. So ball certainly getting through to the keeper at a good pace. And we're seeing that from Dost Muhammad. Again, bouncers are using the real bounce of the artificial turf. And I do believe I saw the signal from square leg umpire. It was above the shoulder, so that's 1 for the over. Not given a wide, also was legitimate ball. It was a lovely bouncer. Good start from Pakistan Embassy 11 and trying to defend this meagre score of 66. Just 7 runs per over needed for victory for Japan. Again, another short ball gets up, perhaps off the glove of Hiratsuka. And plenty of talk and encouragement from the Pakistani team. They know they need to start well if they're to defend this score. Four dots from Muhammad. He started brilliantly for his team. Just a 1 bye for the Japanese score of 1. And wow, you can see the pressure there. Hiratsuka just looking to get off strike. And well, the Pakistani infielders just swarmed around the ball. Lots of pressure being exerted from the team in green, and it's good to see. Perhaps now we'll see Zubir Khan, the left armer, plays his cricket for Sano. Sano having a pretty good season thus far in the Japan Cricket domestic leagues. They took out the silverware for the T10 honours. And I believe they're in the semi-final for the 40-over edition, yet to be played. It was supposed to be played a matter of weeks ago, but was rained off. And no, I'm mistaken again. Patmore on strike. And another appeal, not given. I'm just interested to see the umpire does give, it is off the pad. Lots of appeals coming from the Pakistan 11, but not so from the bowler. And of course, this is Riaz, not Zubair Khan. Machine Riaz. Good, strong bowling lineup the Pakistan 11 have. This is skied. Chance here for mid-off. Going back and takes it just short of the boundary, and he's thrilled with that. It's a good catch. It looks to be Zubair Khan who took it. Yes, it is. The ball was skied, went incredibly high and under the white ball under the overcast sky. Not easy to pick out, so you can see the relief or the thrill Khan has in taking that. Wasn't far short of reaching the boundary, but in the end, Kazuma Hiratsuka has to depart. He has, unfortunately, no runs scored after facing 5 balls. So Japan under pressure. Pakistan have started very well here. Just 2 runs on the board after 8 deliveries. New batsman is Sakurano Thomas. Sure, we'll see Abhishek Anand and Sabarit Ravichandran, Benjamin Ito. They do have a deep batting lineup to the Japan 11. So to carry on with his good start, Riaz in from the mountain end, play and a miss, forcing the batsman to play out onto the offside region. Really good start from all of the Pakistan bowlers. Riaz here and Mohammed. So they've started well as a unit. This, another appeal, playing a miss. Must have, the keeper was interested, deemed not out. But another dot ball, so run rate required up around 8 now. At the beginning of the innings, it was 6.7, 7, I guess you'd say, per over. So they've started really well, the Pakistan team. Can they keep the pressure on? This time, Sakurano coming down the wicket, looks to play out onto the onside, gets pad, so they'll cross for a bye, brings Patmore back on strike. Patmore, he's faced 3 balls thus far without scoring. He'd be keen to get underway in this delivery. He does. Hit straight back to the bowler. Low full toss. Certainly doesn't middle it. And a simple catch for Riaz, who takes his second wicket. Just had to pretty much take it. Certainly getting a lot of swing out there. Pressure really now back on Japan. They would have gone into that innings break pretty confident of chasing down 67 for victory. But 2 overs into the game, they're somewhat under pressure. Ball getting through at a good pace on this artificial turf. You'll see the grass wicket next to it on screen. Just with the rain this morning and expected, I guess, a little bit perhaps this afternoon, but more expected tomorrow, unfortunately. probably tournament organisers made the decision to perhaps move games onto the artificial turf, hoping to get through as many matches as possible. Sakurano Thomas on strike, plays, doesn't get all of it. This will be, no, it's put down. And, well, they've cheekily picked up 2 runs. Just a bit of perhaps miscommunication between the 2 fielders, mid-on and mid-off, converging on the ball. But neither one able to take it, so gets away with it. Nikhil Pol, the new batter for Japan. Another big appeal, but a play and a miss. Umpire unmoved. Sakurano Thomas looking to go over cow corner or over the bowler's head with that shot. Play and a miss. And Muhammad continuing the good work of Riaz and continuing where he left off after his first over. His first over, he bowled 5 dots, only going for the 1-leg bye. This one, short delivery, but so short, beats the keeper, beats the batsman, beats everyone, crosses the boundary for byes. And, well, much needed boundary, even though the way it came for Japan. Exerted, I'm just checking that. That was off, looks to be off an edge off Sakurano's bat. It was ruled off the bat. Brilliant delivery from Muhammad. The ball just flying across the outfield. Third man unable to bring it back in. And, well, another short delivery that seems to have got up and taken something off the grill of Sakurano Thomas's helmet. He'll just make the adjustment there. But good sportsmanship being shown here. Looks to be umpires just checking. I don't know if a concussion test will be needed to be done. I don't think it actually hit the helmet of Sakurano Thomas. Two balls remaining in the over. Japan, just 9 runs on the board, 2 wickets down. Slower ball, smacked, straight, and for 4. Much needed boundary for Japan, just the second one. This one, a more confident shot from Sakurano Thomas. One ball remaining in the power play. Just the 13 runs on the board thus far. Wickets of Hiratsuka and Shirai Patmore having fallen already. Well, Pakistan have started very well in defence of 66 runs. Final ball of the over, final ball of the power play. And called through from his partner, Nikhil Pol, realising the under edge of the bat had just sort of to the left of the keeper, an opportunity there to pick up a single, which he does so. So Sakurano will keep the strike, 3 overs done. And a total of 11 runs coming from the over. But I must say, Dost Muhammad and Mohsin Riaz have started brilliantly for their team. Zubir Khan to come. I imagine he'll take the ball next. In fact, looks like he has it already, bowling from the mountain end. So perhaps they'll save Riaz for the death over. Teammate to teammate. Zubir Khan bowling to Reo Sakurano Thomas, both Sano boys. This will be an interesting contest. Good matchup, this one. The left arm up. Sakurano Thomas plays it just in front of point. Looks for a second. It won't be. It's a nice arm from the boundary fielder there. 1 run taken. We'll bring Nikhil Pole onto strike. Yet to face a ball. Nikhil Pole plays his cricket for the Chiba Sharks, important member of the under-19 Japan squad. God, what a year of cricket it's been for the Japan international squads. We'll see the under-19s. They will make their way to Zimbabwe and Namibia for the under-19 World Cup. That's set to take place in January. Khan to Pole. Could be a chance. Taken. Goes at it, looks to play behind square perhaps, thickish edge which flies down to third man, comfortably takes it, reverse cup technique, and well, the third wicket falls with just 15 runs on the board. Japan under pressure here. Zabir Khan picks up his first wicket, and Nikhil Pole, as I say, he'll be an important member of that under-19 squad. Japan winning convincingly, really, the EAP qualifiers. We saw them up against Papua New Guinea and Fiji earlier on in the year. They were convincing winners, and it's a really promising squad. We'll see Charlie Hara-Hins, a member of the men's international team who was in Oman recently. He will be also a part of that, alongside perhaps 1 or 2 of his brothers. So back here live though, Zabir Khan. His third delivery, and this one unfortunately down the leg side, called wide. Benjamin Ito Davis to the wicket. Had a couple of really good innings in Oman, did Benjamin Ito Davis. Another verified all-rounder for the Japan team. Does consistently performs whether the bat or ball. This is just played, and they scamper through for a single. Bit of swing on offer for the bowlers. We didn't see it on that instance, but shorter from that one from Zabir Khan. Bowls a very good short ball, does Zabir. Strong, athletic build. Has the weapons of bowling a short ball, but also Yorker length balls. On strike to Sakurano Thomas, teammate on teammate. And this time gets him. There is an edge through to the keeper, and doesn't he love that? Another big wicket for Pakistan 11. And, well, on the replay, you can see here Sakurano trying to just spank that short ball straight, or perhaps out the mid-on region. Finds a slight edge through to the keeper, well held. Wicket number 4, 17 runs on the board. 2 balls remaining in this, the 4th over. And, well, we've got a game on. As I mentioned, a lot of batting depth from the Japan 11. But that run rate just keeps... Well, I guess they have it, we wouldn't say 8 is out of control by any means. It's perhaps the norm these days in T20 cricket. They'd feel quite comfortable if that run rate required getting up around 9 or 10. Currently it sits at just under 8. But when the game started, it was 6.7 to be exact. Shogo Kimura, can he add some momentum to this Japan innings? Just defends that one. Zubir Khan using the bounce of this wicket, bowling usually just short of length. He has cover on the onside. He's got 2 boundary riders on the off and 3 on the onside. This one a bit full of length, and Kimura just eases it onto the onside. They'll run through for a single. In fact, called by off the pad there from Shogo Kimura, so yet to get off the mark. End of the over. Another good one for the Pakistan 11. Zubir Khan taking 2 wickets, that of Nikhil Pol and Sakurano Thomas. Figures of 2 for 3. Brilliant bowling. But all of the Pakistani bowlers have contributed to the team. Started with Dost Muhammad. 2 overs, just going for 10 runs. Mohsin Riaz, just a 1 over. 2 wickets for no run. And Zubir Khan, 2 wickets for 3 runs. So these top 3 bowlers, what a start they've made for the team. And we can see that reflecting with the pressure being put on Japan. And these 2 batsmen, Benjamin Ethel-Davis and Shogo Kimura. With the left armour, we have a fine leg on the boundary and deep square, deep point on the onside. Oh, this has gone straight up. Mid-on's come round, he won't get to it. And, well, you have to ask, was it his ball? He seemed to have to do more of the work. We do have deep, yeah. He came from the long on, change of the boundary, yeah, just unable to get to the ball. 2 fielders basically converging on the ball. Shogo Kimura unable to find the middle of the bat on that instance. Benjamin Ethel-Davis on strike. This, he gets it, but not far enough. It'll fall and is caught. Sorry, must have been a no ball, was it? I missed that. It was. The ball before was a no ball, so apologies for getting excited. I thought it was yet another wicket for the Pakistan 11, but ruled a no ball, so they get through for the 1 run. The previous ball, yeah, Sadiq had been ruled front foot no ball. Sadiq to Kimura. Oh, he just loses all shape there and ruled a dead ball. Perhaps Paul just holds on to the ball, but obviously just sort of lost his footing there, did Manib. Shogo Kimura, he'll be eyeing up the onside. They do have 3 fielders in the space that he loves. Oh, an appeal, and not given, in fact, wide given. And even the batsman, Kimura, is almost questioning, what are you appealing for? Keeper looked very confident that there was something on that. Next ball. Again, shorter ball. And, well, if he didn't glove it, came off something, perhaps the wrist or forearm of Kimura. Another dot. Pressure continues to build for Japan. We have a long on, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, all on the boundary. They know Kimura's game well, but this time he cuts well, but it'll be just for 1. brings Benjamin Ito Davis on to strike. Score now up to 23 for 4. Almost at the halfway point. Just played onto the onside. Plenty of space. They'll look for 2. The Japan batsman. Kimura goes for it. And, wow, brilliant. Out. From my view, I was covered by the bowler. I don't know if it was a direct hit or not, but the throw was brilliant. We'll have a look on the replay. Just scooped out. Kimura called it. So always coming back from the second. Lovely pickup. Oh, so yeah, good work. It wasn't a direct hit, but it was, the throw was directly next to the stump. So just an easy pickup and takeoff of the bails. Forces the 5th wicket. And, well, Japan are in all sorts of trouble here, really, as Shogo Kimura exits the ground. Japan are struggling at 24 for 5. Next delivery, Ito Davis just plays it wide of the keeper. This time they'll push for 2 and they'll get it comfortably. Abhishek Anand Anchan, new to the wicket, played a couple of extremely important innings in Oman. Goes to play at this and almost looking back, it does get the wide. The bowler almost looking back in a guilty fashion at the umpire, waiting to see if it'd be called or not. So Sadiq, you'll have to bowl that final delivery again. Just 9 runs coming off this over. Final delivery and turned onto the onside. They'll look for a second and a bit of hesitation, and you can understand why. Pakistan have been really on in the field today. They've taken their catches. Their ground fielding's been excellent. And, well, most of the credit has to go to their bowlers. The 4 bowlers they've used have just each come on and taken wickets or just bowled measly overs. We can add Miam Nadeem Sadiq to that. Alongside Zabir Khan, Mohsin Riaz and Dost Muhammad. Pick of the bowlers has to be Zabir Khan, 2 for 3. Sorry, and Riaz, 2 for no run at all. So both of those bowlers have another over each. But for now, we'll see some spin being introduced. Real pressure on Japan here. They are struggling at the halfway point. They're not too far behind, but you just feel the way the game's going. Pakistan, though, they're on. It's going to take one batsman to stand up for Japan. That's how fickle this game is. It only takes one real performance. And a reverse sweep comes out. Half an appeal, doesn't manage to catch up with it. It's Abhishek. Gone. And another wicket falls. Wow. As I say, you just feel all the momentums with Pakistan. And, well, he gets the big wicket of Abhishek Anand. Just having a look on the replay here. Goes again to reverse sweep it. Turn off the pitch. Takes out the top of off. And he's absolutely thrilled. Is Rashid. The 6th wicket falls, 29 runs on the board into the 6th over. Who is going to be the hero? Who is going to add some momentum to this Japan innings, which is just limping along? Looks to be Sabarish Ravichandran at the wicket. We know how well a batsman he is. But we do also realise he's playing with an injury. Just plods this onto the offside and skips through for a single. So 2 Japanese international batsmen in the form of Benjamin Ito Davis, Sabarich Ravichandran. Plenty of experience between these two. But they know singles aren't going to be enough. At the moment, they're just quite happy to take them, just sort of take that momentum away from Pakistan. This game they need it to flow back in their direction, and perhaps just picking up a few singles will do so. Just pulls out of that, does Rashid. Comes out of the middle of the bat. Even with the windows closed here in the commentary box. I've just got them closed. Usually love to have them open. It's not through the weather being somewhat cooler, but it's just we've got because of all the food trucks lined up here today, we've got a big generator which is proving quite noisy. So gone for the windows shut at this stage. Well, 31 for 6, 4 overs remain. Japan needing a further 36 runs of 4 overs. Crunches this out to the sweeper fielder, placed on the boundary rope. Alongside the deep cover, we've got a long off, we've got a long on. Oh, playing a miss from Sabarish. I think he's realising the urgency at this stage. Looking to pierce the gap, try and find some space on that offside. Mir to bowl. Like we saw in the with Taniyama and Morita, just pushing the ball through at pace, not giving it much air at all, and pushing it through to that the offside stump, perhaps bowling 4th, 5th stump line. Bigger boundary out there for Sabarish. Gets a hold of this, plays it well enough, but with the cover out there, the sweeper fielder, he limits the damage just to 1. Certainly a crisp shot. You could hear it off the bat, even from my position, perhaps 140 metres away. Caught at gully. Wow. Another wicket falls, and wow, this is tragic for Japan. They would have turned at half-time thinking 66, looking around the batting talent and depth that they have. They would have been quite confident, but at 33 for 7, just shows you Pakistan. Their bowling and their fielding has been on point from the very start. If we go back to the very first over, Dost Muhammad just giving up the 1 leg bye. That was followed up by 2 quick wickets from Riaz. You know, really, Japan, after 2 overs, were just 3 runs for 2 wickets. They've just continued to apply pressure. They have this Pakistan Embassy 11. Remember, they've come up from Division 2 last year, proving that they're good enough at this level. And who knows, tomorrow afternoon, they just may be holding the silverware. Of course, we look forward to that brilliant rivalry between India and Pakistan. Make sure you tune in for that match. I will, at the end of this, perhaps let you know the schedule so you can stay tuned. Do subscribe. Do hit the subscribe button on your channel where you're watching. There's also Japan across all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X, as well as the YouTube channel. So do subscribe. Oh, a bit of a misfield, and they'll take 1 run as a result. New batsman Makoto Taniyama. Just wondering if we'll see Miyauchi. Oh, this has been skied. Chance maybe no. long off, unable to get round to it, and also the cover fielder having to, perhaps make 20 metres up, so not a real chance for either fielder. Ravichandran tries to pick this up, but it's going to go straight down the throat for another caught, 10 metres inside the boundary, and wow, what a performance we're seeing here from Pakistan, Embassy 11. A simple catch, and Sabarish has to exit. Things are just happening so quickly. The new batsman's already out here on the way to the wicket. Such is this format. And now perhaps dedicated, 60 minutes dedicated to each game. So we do see 4 games over the day. But wow, with just less than 2.5 overs remaining, the target 30 runs away, 67 needed. Japan currently 37 for 8. New batsman, Kohei Kubota. Picks up a run off his first delivery. 2 balls remain in this over. Japan really needing a boundary, and well, could be another wicket. No, falls safely. Looking to hit into the mid-wicket. Oh, could be a run out. Is a run out. No. Not given. Made his ground, did Taniyama. Well, a little bit of indecision there from the 2 batsmen. They may want to come together just to have a bit of a chat. No. But an edge too fine for Gully to get it. And this time, Taniyama's picked that up. And that is a maximum and much needed 6 for his team. Makoto Taniyama. We'll see on the replay. He just tonks that one into stand 2 here at Sano International Cricket Ground. Brings to the end the 8th over. 8 overs done. 12 off it. Perhaps the highest over of the innings for Japan. 46 for 8. 21 runs needed. 12 balls remain. And dot ball to start. So, of course, we've got Kubota on strike. Definitely can hold a bat. Makes runs and is reaching out wide for that. You can see the strategy here. Gurfran Mir looking to bowl wide this time. Kubota just plays out to long off. Skips through for a single, brings Taniyama. Taniyama, the more devastating of the 2 batsmen, I'd probably have to say. Does hit a long ball, loves the region, the cow corner region. The dots are just killing Japan here. 3 off this over already. Again, that's the umpire having a really good look at that. Looks to be Chris Bain from this end. Good tactical bowling here from Mir. Skies it, goes straight up. Mir calls for it from himself, takes it, caught and bowled. Taniyama has to depart, and perhaps with it, hopes of a Japan victory. And I must say, this will be somewhat of an upset. As I say, Japan bolstering their team, including all of their internationals. Perhaps 9, 10, perhaps 11 of the current international squad playing for Japan here. And, well, they are looking down the barrel of a first game loss. What I thought originally, 66 runs of 10 overs being subpar, not enough. Well, the Pakistan 11 are proving me wrong. 20 runs needed off this final over. Taniyama's wicket coming off the very final ball of the innings, the over. And, well, Masato Morita, it's been left to him and Kohei Kubota to knock off 20 runs and perhaps become heroes for their teammates. It's not going to be easy. Looks to play a lap shot. Doesn't capture up on it, but it has been ruled wide. And, well, Zabir Khan just asking the umpire for an explanation on that. Of course, if the batsman does move out onto the offside, that wide line does change, but I'm 100% behind the umpires and the calls they make. Chris Bain, very experienced umpire in Japan. Still playing himself, I believe. I expect him to be playing for the Chiba Sharks still. Slashes at this, falling short, long off, not interested in trying to take the catch, happily just taking it off the bounce to try and restrict the second run, and, well, perhaps gets a bit of an earful from Zabir Khan. Maybe just some friendly banter as well. He didn't commit himself more to try and take the catch. They do get back for a second run, but ones and twos are not enough for this Japan unit. They need to find the boundary and find it quick. And again, looking to play a ramp shot, this time playing it on the onside region, unable to do so for Kohei. And four balls remain, 17 needed. Can Kohei Kubota be a hero for his team? Gone, middle stump, ripped out of the ground, and that familiar celebration we see from Zabir Khan. Brilliant bowling, realising perhaps what Kubota's looking to do. He's bowling a Yorker length ball, and it just cleans out middle stump. And another wicket to Zabir Khan. Pakistan Embassy 11 really showing their worth. In fact, that's it. That was the final wicket. It's all over. Japan bowled out for 50 runs and 9.3 overs. The teams come together to shake hands. And, well, a 16-run victory for the Pakistan Embassy 11. They'll be absolutely thrilled with how they performed. And perhaps not so much with the bat, but how they delivered in the field. And the bowlers were just simply sublime. Let's run through the second innings, starting with the Japan batting innings. Shirai Patmore out for no run alongside his opening partner Hiratsuka. Sakurano Thomas made 11 at a run a ball. Nikhil Pole, the fourth duck, not scoring. This Benjamin Ito Davis, 8 off 9. Shogo Kimura, 2. Abhishek Anand, no run. Sabarish Ravichandran, 4 off 7. Makoto Taniyama with one lovely boundary, 6. He departed for 9. Kohei Kubota, 4. And Masato Morita, not out without having facing a ball. But let's look at the real damage, or perhaps what won the game for this Pakistan 11, their bowling outfit. 6 bowlers used. Dost Muhammad at the top. 2 overs, no wicket for 10. Mohsin Riaz, just a 1 over, 2 wickets for no run. Zabir Khan, the pick of the bowlers, I have to say, 3 wickets for 6 runs, having bowled just 1.3 overs. Mian Munib Sadiq, no wicket for 10 off his 1 over. Rana Rashid, 2 overs, 2 for 14. And Muhammad Mir, 2 overs, 2 for 3. So, really, Mir, 2 for 3. Riaz, 2 for no run at all. And Khan, 3 for 6, doing the real damage, taking out some prolific Japanese batsmen who are fresh off the international series in Oman. A superb victory for Pakistan Embassy 11. They will be keen to continue the momentum for this afternoon's match. For Japan, well, back to the drawing board. No doubt they'll have a good debrief and just question where things went wrong for the team, perhaps. Before I sign off, let me just go through the schedule for matches later on. At 1 o'clock, we have Bangladesh Embassy 11 taking on Nepal. That is on ground number 1. Will be covered on YouTube. And ground number 2 at the same time, the Anzacs take on the British Embassy. And this afternoon, back here on ground 1, we will see the Japan 11 taking on the Indian Embassy 11. And on ground number 2, Pakistan Embassy 11 will be taking on Sri Lanka. Tomorrow, we will see games also. As I mentioned earlier, weather doesn't look great for tomorrow, unfortunately. And even this afternoon, we might see a bit of rain. Before I sign off, let's quickly go to ground 2. We have the India 11. The game has come to an end. India making 123 for 9 off their 10 allotted overs. Well, that was chased down by Sri Lanka, who made their 124 just for 4 wickets off 8.3 overs. A brilliant chase, really, from the Sri Lanka 11. And as I say, perhaps a couple of upsets in Division A, the top division, with both India and the Japan, both finalists in last year's edition, being beaten in round 1. Do hope you've enjoyed today's coverage. As I say, please stay tuned for matches coming up. As I say, 1 o'clock, we'll see games on ground 1. Hope you've enjoyed today's match. Do stay tuned and do subscribe to Japan Cricket. This is Garth Thomas wishing you a good afternoon.